What is this? What I'm seeing is gay. I was messaging my father because he's here in Africa, and he said that he couldn't make it to my show because I don't message him enough, and I didn't call him on WhatsApp. So I sent him gay, and I said, if you go to this link, you can get a ticket. It's super duper easy. He's at work, right? And he's working. And so he just keeps on messaging me. And he says, I'm just very busy right now. I sent him the website again. He said, what is the website? Because we were messaging each other. And he said, darling, what is this? What I'm seeing is a gay on my screen. And I don't know if it's a scam, because I feel like I'm scamming here. So please, sweetheart, I don't know what to do with this. I can't get the ticket.
I'm going to go to Mia first, Kim, since you want to see the dad's response. So, Mia, what do you think about what Doja Cat did to her father?
Oh, my God. For starters, I need to see her dad because she looks so pale. I don't believe her dad. He must be a biracial from Africa. I mean, she don't even look black, or unless her mom's genes went out. But I mean, that is like the lightest mulatto I've ever seen. Normally, we have a little bit of color. Usually, going to get into like the smaller fractions to be that pale and that light skin. So I gotta see evidence that her dad's even black for starters.
I'm gonna play the dad, so since y'all want to see the dad, so
yeah, we gotta see evidence. I don't even believe it.
Here's the dad's response.
Her real name is a true sign. Her real name is like, it sounds like it's African. I think it was like I think her real name is Amethyst or something like that.
Oh, so she got a stripper name? So because her name sounds like a stripper?
No, I'm sorry, not Amethyst. She has an actual like African name.
I know, I'm fucking with you.
Not an African American name. She has like an African name.
All right, here's her dad responding.
Your father is not a good man. I'm talking about a white woman, Jewish woman. Today, I want to tell the world that I'm not going to be used by a white woman with 3 kids that I was feeding those kids with the money of Sarafina. And my name and my reputation as a good man. I love my kids. I took care of her kids, Deborah. 3 kids,
Deborah.
White kids. They hated me.
You're talking about Doja's mom, right?
And on top of that,
her name Deborah?
I spoke to Deborah
real hard.
that I would love you to come home. And she came home. She met my family. But no one ever talked about that. And today, just because I gave birth to a superstar with me.
Okay, so go ahead. Well, he basically was going at his baby mom, saying he took care of white kids and a white lady trying to throw dirt on him. So what's y'all thoughts? Y'all want to hear from the dad? That's what he had to say.
I guess, yeah. Oh, so her real name is Amala Ratna Zandile Dlamini. There you go. She has like a real African name. But when she tans, she looks a little more. I'm looking at her right now. When she has that darker hair, or that where she doesn't straighten her hair, she does look a little more like her dad. But she is a little lighter. She's actually very beautiful.
I mean, I definitely wouldn't do that to my dad. My dad, we're cool. We're thick as thieves, man. I wouldn't do that to my dad. I think that's a little extra. But I mean, if that's clearly her and her dad got beef and they're not friends. So, I mean.
She does his accent really good. I will say, I don't know, maybe it's just me. It must be harder to be that famous. But I wouldn't, even if I did something like that, I wouldn't then post it online. It's like you're giving away too much of your personal life. And I worked for like my boss. She's not that famous, but she's pretty famous, like within the Mexican like sphere news realm. And Catch Me on Her new reality show came out 2 days ago. It's in Spanish, but you guys can watch it. But like once you give them a little bit, then they want all of it. So then now, like her posting that little personal information, everyone's gonna want to know all of their shit, and then people go and look up her dad and her mom's drama. So you're just like, you're doing it to yourself at that point, you know?
Well, I mean, yeah, I agree. I mean, I just think it's immature. I think it's stupid. I mean, clearly you got beef with your dad. Obviously, you're a little hurt that he wasn't going to not go to work and, you know, come see you or visit you or whatever. I mean, they're not close, so I don't understand why she's taking it personal. Clearly, they're not close because she's sending him videos of gay porn. So clearly, they're not close. You wouldn't do that I wouldn't do that to my dad. So clearly, they're not close. So I don't understand why she even cares that much to post it online.
Right. So now you're just like trauma dumping online, which, you know, I'm not judging her. I'm sure it must be hard. You know, my dad was absent most of my life. I wasn't too cool. I mean, we weren't close. He's a cool guy, but I mean, you're not going to see me posting all my trauma online for people to just feed off of. And then, you know what I mean? Like, so I think with social media, especially when you're that famous, because Doja Cat's like up here, you have a lot of eyeballs looking at you, and she's done a lot of weird things where you're like attracting this attention to yourself, and then she complains about it, kind of like Chapel Roan, you know, like they're doing it.
I hate her. I can't stand her. I think she's a terrible human being.
It's a shame because she's very talented. She has a great voice. She has good music, and then she's putting her foot in her mouth. They do this sometimes where they want attention, but they don't want bad attention, but then they do it to themselves. So it's not that hard. There's enough, like we're far along enough in the age of the internet now where we've lived through Amanda Bynes, Britney Spears. We've lived through all of that, where we should have enough information now to know exactly what you can or should and shouldn't do to yourself. We see people who do it better, who get the right amount of security, who don't post too much about their personal life, so then you don't complain about it after.
Chaperone she's just a bitch. She's just a bitch. She's a literal douchebag. I hope she hears this too. Like, you're a fucking douchebag. She's literally just a douchebag. I mean, she's famous, and famous people absolutely can live private lives. We see it all the time. So many elite famous people that have grossed over $1 billion, more money than she will ever make in her entire existence. We have actors, actresses, singers that we have no idea what's going on in their day to day. We hardly ever see them. Every now and then they pop up, usually at a charity event or, you know, at an award ceremony. I mean, look at Zendaya. She got married. She's probably having a whole baby. We won't know until 3 kids later. And when she pops out with a full family, like, it is completely possible to live a private life as a massive superstar. People do it all the time. Look at Adele. We never get pictures of her. She's a superstar. Beyonce, never get pictures of them. I mean, unless they want to be pictured. And the fact that she is constantly attacking people, she's constantly rude, is just ridiculous. She's just a freaking bitch. And it's such a bad look.
I mean, it's part of your job, right? And I've lived it where, like, sometimes too, like, we would get off of the airport and then, like, I would feel bad for my boss because, like, you know, her fans follow her around. We're exhausted. We just landed. And she would always put on a smile and greet her fans because you don't want that. These are your fans. This is your livelihood. You don't ever want to be rude to the people that support you, who literally provide you your livelihood. So I've seen it where sometimes even I was like, man, I wish I could just tell them to go away, but I'm not the one that's famous. So my boss would just smile, say hi. Sometimes I would be like, okay, we're just gonna take a quick picture and then we're gonna keep going because we're tired. You know, like, there's so many things you could do. She's retarded. But also the thing with Doja Cat too is that she's gotten a little weird. She obviously has a little bit of the dad trauma right there, but you don't need to post that online because then you get eaten up like this, and then you wonder why. You know what I mean? Like, even if you, like, I wouldn't have done that dad thing either. I'm not gonna lie. I had it hard with my dad. I was kind of mean to him, but I didn't then go post it on social media and let everybody know. You know what I mean? Like, because then you're just opening yourself up to that. You put your private life out there, then don't complain about people knowing about your private life or, you know, knowing your trauma.
So he said something else. I'm going to play this clip. I think he said something else. I'm going to play this clip to make sure.
And then it happened that white woman brainwashed my baby. That I left her. I never left my kid. And everyone saw it. She played the cards because of influence of her mother. She came to South Africa. She's got power to see me. And she faked it. So what I want to say is to say to you guys, I am sorry if I've touched anyone's nerve. I'm a man of integrity, respect, and love. Please don't hate my baby.
Aww.
So I'm gonna speak on it as a father with my baby mama. My baby mama done told my kids all types of stuff. The women try to use the kids against you, and it's like it makes it difficult with the father. Like she definitely controls when I see the kids. She basically controls everything. She uses everything against you. Women do that. And as far as a child, I'll say when you are not with your parents, you have abandonment issues. So like I live with my grandmother. I wasn't around my mother or my father, and my mom had me in hood stuff. So it's like, you know, you lose respect for the person, and then they get older. Then it's like, well, I'm a different person. You know, all that's in the past. You should be over that now. But you kind of holding grudges like, oh, you did this, you did this. My childhood was like this because of you. So I never met my father, but I got that situation with my mom. And then I don't know how it is with girls and fathers, but me and my kids are close. But I know the parent will sometimes use their emotions towards the father and use that against the dad. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. For sure. I've seen it with my younger siblings. But I think that's because my younger siblings, who are considerably much younger than I am, some of them over a decade younger than I am, their mothers still had feelings for my father. When my parents split, my mom was like, fuck this motherfucker. She was beating his ass. She was beating. Funny story. So my dad is, you know, he was in the Navy. He was in the first Desert Storm in like the late 80s or whatever, early 90s.
Oh, wow.
And so they used to live on a naval base, and then my dad got out of the Navy, and then, like, you know, they moved kind of where my mom's from, which is up in northern New England. And yeah, my dad was trifling. I love my father. I love my father so much. I love him so much. And he would agree with me. He was trifling. He was iron and just did not want to, like, kind of like, you know, be more of like a man in the house. He was like always outside. He was just trifling. And my mom said one time she was just done. She went and got a coat hanger from the closet and beat my daddy's ass with a metal coat hanger.
Is your mom Mexican?
She beat his ass with a metal coat hanger. And what? That was how they broke up. My mom beat his ass. She was done. She was like, nope, you're trifling. And so she left my dad. And then my mom said by the time I was 3, I was potty trained, and she was dropping me off for weekends with my dad. And he kept me alive. It was just me and him on the weekends. My mom did not give a fuck. She's like, here's your kid. I'll see you on Sunday. So every weekend, my dad and I, thick as thieves, we were vibing. You know how many times I used to spend, my dad always played basketball. My dad's a tall dude. He's a tall man, so he played basketball. And he used to sit me on the hood of his car, and I would be outside. I'd be the only kid there holding a brown paper bag with a 40, because I'm probably like 5 years old. And I'd be sitting there holding it, watching my dad play basketball with his boys. So my dad just made me a little accessory that he used to take around with his friends.
That's cute. I love that.
For sure.
Those military men.
I know, they trifling. Trifling is how my dad was mad trifling. I see why my mom beat his ass. We laugh about it now because he knew he was trifling.
Yeah, I actually I like words, and trifling is one of my favorite words. It means unserious. So I often joke that I'm a trifling asshole because I'm so unserious.
For sure.
And I actually have that handle saved because I wanted to name my podcast the Trifling Podcast. I have it on Instagram. That's a good word. I love words, but yeah, that's a funny story. Is your mom Mexican? She beat your dad?
No, my mom's a crazy, partially Greek white lady.
Oh, okay.
She watches this too. She's gonna be mad that I'm telling her business how she beat my dad, how she beat my dad's ass with a coat hanger, but I gotta throw it out there. Sorry, Mom. I had to tell the world you were beating his ass. But he was trifling, so I got you.
The new party condemns domestic violence. We condemn all violence. I was joking earlier about my kids and not your mom.
So before we go to closing thoughts, did y'all see the girl who Bachelorette thing got canceled?
Yes.
The domestic violence?
Yeah, play it.
I'll play it.
Equality. Women beat men too.
What's her name, Mila, so I can pull it up?
Taylor Frankie Paul. So she is one of the original content. I remember watching her like 6 years ago. She's one of the original content creators out of Utah for Mom Talk. So like her and a bunch of these like affluent white ladies from Utah invented Mom Talk, and they're like the